The world is very good at removing God out of the picture. And if you know that God isn't in the picture in this situation, then you shouldn't be there either. Welcome back, everybody. Today I'll be teaching you the world's way of tricking people, including Christians out there, to change their beliefs, to following their beliefs and believing the world's truth. All the world has to do to change the way you live, the way you speak, the way you hear things, the way you live life. All they have to do is change one single thing. All they have to do is get in your head. In this world, everything is all about getting in their head, changing the way they view things, changing the way they do things as well. Because if you can get in their head, if you can get in somebody's head, they're like a bot, they're hooked. The world is so good at it that a lot of people don't even know they trapped themselves. That's why a lot of people don't believe in such a huge change from atheist to Christianity. But the moment they find out that they really were trapped in the world is the moment that they realize that they need to get out, because God showed them that there's a way to live life not like the world says that you have to. And God's not changing the way you think things. He's not trying to force you to make you believe something else. But you're making that decision yourself. Let me give you an example on what I'm talking about and how the world does this. The news wants you to feel a certain emotion, to live like this, to fear this, or the media, right? Immediate, like social media, there's posts posting this one thing, fear that, sad this, whatever, and it's just an emotion factor. They get in your head to view and believe one thing, fear. There's things going on around the world. The news wants you to fear that. So then you get fear, you get scared, you worry. You start to worry about your family, and it turns into a whole problem from just one thing that you saw on the news. Rather than having faith in a situation, you're just going to be panicky because everyone else is just panicking. Because, well, it's reality, I'm seeing it on live TV, I don't know what else to do. For a good example is the coronavirus. Now, this thing is, I would say, long gone. Not many people talk about it anymore, which is a good thing. And this is a good point to bring up, because a lot of Christians panicked in this moment. The news made it all nuts and crazy, and of course it was a very detrimental disease, of course. The news made things just crazy. People exaggerated on how many people died in this and that, how many people had things. Numbers were just uncalculated. They made it so much worse than it actually was on social media and news itself and other things. And because it was such a mass diversion of whatever, everyone started to panic. Everyone started to get worried, and then people just started getting it. Oh, snap, now I'm going to get it. I'm not going to be next to you because I don't want to get it. Christians completely just lost their faith. They completely just started getting so scared. And that's the way they get in your head. They want you to believe something else, the opposite of what God was telling you to believe in the first place. Any situation that happens, whether it's good or bad, we make the decisions in our life on how we are going to react to them. We make the decisions in our life. People believe that we can just lay back and just allow whatever to just come to us, whatever. But with God, it's you make the decision to be with God. You make the decision to pray, to read. You make those decisions yourself. God can give you the desire to do those things, but it's a decision that you need to do yourself to get up and do those things. And it's going to come to a point where it's not discipline to where you're like, okay, I need to read now, but it's you want to read right now. It's like you need to. It's just the way of life. You have to breathe air. Well, you have to do those. Some people don't believe that. People don't really compare breathing air to having to do these things. It's more of like, you don't have to breathe air, but you want to if you want to live, right? Well, you don't have to do these things either, but if you want to live, then you'll want to breathe this air, if that makes sense. We decide to follow God, but the world is very, very good and very sneaky on taking him out and removing him completely. One example is you can heal people with your mind, with your brain, with different ways of doing that. You can solve their problems. You can be such a God on earth just by changing the way you think. And this is where they really get you, is because the world makes you believe your mind is such a powerful place. And it is. Your mind is a very powerful place. So whatever you feed your mind depends on how you're going to be. Just by changing your thought process, you can become so worldly successful. You can have so much joy. You can have so much of this, solve everybody's problems and this and that. like, there's no need for God, right? There's no more. You don't need that anymore. You don't have to count on anybody. You can just do it yourself right here, right now. You want to get financially stable? Boom, you can do it right now by yourself. You want to just, oh man, you want to heal something on your body? Dude, change the way you think. You're going to be so freaking good. You don't even need anything else. You don't have to count on anybody ever again. The world will give you anything you want. Anything you want, no matter what it is. But all you got to do, just all you have to do is this tiny little thing. You have to do this little thing, okay? No worries. You just have to take God out of the picture. That's it. That's it. Just do that and everything will be good. If we were to just step back a little bit on the world, because the world wants us to just look like this, just parallel. But if we just obtuse it a little bit and just step back, there is a lot going on that we just don't see. You're never going to see a full picture from looking up close. Yeah, you can heal people with your brain, or you can do this and they can do that. We can do this for your life, become this, whatever, all kinds of stuff. But what good does that do to fix someone's problems with their brain? Or you can start from the source on where it actually started. We tend to work on things at the end of the road. When it's getting bad, we tend to work on the things at the end of the road, but we should be working on the things in the beginning of how it started, because if we work this and break that off, everything falls away. If you just start at the end and try to get rid of this one little problem of stop doing this, you're just getting rid of a little piece at the end, but then all of this is left over. But God can get rid of all that in one go. Because when God heals, He changes the way you think, and not just in one problem, but all of them. He can heal your heart, your mind, your soul, your spirit. Every little thing that you have can be changed in a heartbeat. So while somebody's life completely changed like that in every aspect, the world changes one little problem and says, wow, how amazing. The world is very good at removing God out of the picture. And if you know that God isn't in the picture in this situation, then you shouldn't be there either. The world just has to get to your brain to make you believe something else than what truth actually wants you to believe. Do not lean on your own understandings. There's going to be a moment in time when you don't have to not lean on your own understandings, but you're going to be so at ease because your understandings are His understandings. You won't have to worry about not messing up on understanding something, on trying not to do something bad, but your understandings, your thought process will be exactly like His because you're one with Him. Everything is just completely gone. You died to yourself. You are 100% exactly the way He wants you to be. Just don't be deceived on what the world brings, on rainbows and butterflies, because there's always a shadow. There's always something dark within it that just will completely just scoop you up and lie to you. Just completely just make you believe something that you thought was good, but then it really turns into something really ugly. Your mind will be of God when you consume the Word of God, when you consume Him in your life. Your brain sucks in everything. Your mind consumes the way of life. The way you live life is the way your mind thinks. Bad words may come out of your mouth even if it's not in your language because of movies you watch. Thinking negative may come out because of the news or because of something on social media. Depressed people become more depressed because they're hanging around depressed people. They're looking at depressing posts and they're going to be depressed. So the small things this world has, the smallest little things that are so common in this world today, like news and social media and movies and whatever it is, that are so common to do, are the most detrimental because they're that common. When something is so common, we don't think about it. But if you just step back a bit and you see how much damage a little common thing can do in someone's life. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope this video opened your eyes up a little bit to see things from a better perspective of looking at how things are in your life, maybe. To see, maybe you need to step back a little bit on something and see the full picture. Because like I said, you can't see a full picture if you're so up close to it. When evil does something, it's like a trick because like the title is. Evil tricks you by doing something because they want you to believe that this is actually happening, that this is a good thing. But in reality, spiritually, it's really not. God's like, no, you need to get out of there. That's bad. And if you guys want to learn how to live like Jesus every single day, you can click this video right here and it'll teach you everything you need to know. And of course, I make videos all the time. It has been a while since I made a video, almost over a month. I'm starting a photography business, this and that, so we're kind of having a lot to do, but I'm coming back and I'm making sure that that never happens again. So thank y'all. Like and subscribe for more videos just like this one, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Messenger out.